right now because we're into a different identity now. We're going back into the a bit of a business world, right? From a spiritual world to a business world. So um I want to do a quick recap, please. And you guys, please, keyboard warriors, get at the ready. Okay. So the first thing is yesterday we covered 5 points. I want to test you guys on it very quickly to have a recap. The first point was to do what? What's the first point you need? The light workers path to prosperity roadmap. What's the first thing? You need a message. Okay. Where will you find your message from? Just a quick recap. You will find your message from your mess. Today, we're going to go deeper into it so you actually know how to actually go about doing that. Okay. The second thing, okay, what is the second thing that we learned yesterday? You take your message and you need to adopt the 3 Ps. Okay. What do the 3 Ps stand for, by the way? 3 Ps stand for package, price, and positioning. Thank you. Okay. Very good. Package, price, and positioning. We need to know how to take our message. We need to know how to package it in the right way. We need to know how to price ourselves or whether we feel we're worthy for that pricing. And we need to know how to position ourselves in the right way so that other people can see you as the authority and you can actually then help other people. If you don't position yourself well and people don't know who you are, then nobody's going to listen to you. So it's very hard for you going to impact other people's lives, right? The third thing, what's number 3? 3 is, thank you. You guys were ready with that. I seen that. You guys typed it out already, didn't press enter, waiting for me, huh? So, so the third thing was visibility. Okay, invisibility, when it comes to tomorrow and the day after, we're going to be covering 2 types of visibility. What are the 2 types, please? What are we going to be teaching here? We're going to be teaching paid and organic. Okay. Some people are asking, where's the VIP link to upgrade? Okay. If you want to upgrade to the VIP, I believe inside your emails, there would be some email that is sent to you. If not, I'm going to ask the team to do it for you to be able to get the upgrade. Okay. By the way, my recommendation for you guys is to get the VIP upgrade. And it's not that it makes a lot of money for us. It's because it's only $27 and it gives you the full recordings of the 5 days. So if you miss any parts, you still get to recap it and you get it for lifetime. So you get lifetime access to it and you will have this workbook. Okay, so you'll have the journal that comes with it as well. So my recommendation is you do get it because $27 you eat that for breakfast. So it's like, but you get lifetime access to this. So that's my recommendation. But I'm going to ask the team to send it out in your email. So if you want to get the upgrade, you can get it in your emails. Who's sharing their whiteboard? This is my event. You do not share your. Who's sharing their whiteboard? Whoa. Okay, right. So anyway, okay. The third thing is we're doing visibility. We're going to be teaching paid and organic traffic. Okay, so that you guys know how to get more exposure to be able to help more people, right? Because if you're not visible and you have a message, it's not going to help anybody. Then moving on to the 4th point. The 4th point is, you guys are before me on that, conversion. Are you guys even listening to what I'm saying or are you just ready for the next one, huh? So the next one was conversion. Okay, there's 2 types of conversion that we're going to be actually highlighting during this 5-day challenge. The first type is what? Okay, whoever keeps sharing their screen, could we boot them out of the system, please? Because if they keep sharing their screen, I think you just find the name who's been sharing their screen and just boot them out. It's going to be easier, okay? So the 2 types of conversion is, one is automated, and the second type is conversational closing. What does automated conversion mean to you? It means that you will be able to earn, for example, passive income. What is it? What is passive income? Passive income. What does it mean, passive income? Earning money in my sleep. Finally, your dreams of manifesting money while you sleep come true. And it comes with a system, right? And you don't need to open your third eye for this one, right? So that's very cool. We're going to be going into the automated system and teaching you guys how we do it so that you guys can learn how to do it too. A lot of our students have used the same format to be able to create their freedom lifestyle as well. So very excited to break that down for you guys. And then the final point is what? Thank you. Okay, Ganila, thank you. Greta, thank you. Okay, so number 5 is automation and amplify, right? That's what you're going to be learning on the last day. Those of you who have big goals, big career goals, or big impact goals, big purpose goals, then that is the day for you on the last day. Okay. So with that said, I want to very quickly, because you guys, I believe, were supposed to go inside the Facebook group and share your aha moments. I know some of you didn't, some of you did. Congratulations, and thank you for doing that. But what was your biggest takeaway? Just one biggest takeaway that you learned yesterday that meant something for you personally. Can you type it inside the box, please? So I know where you guys are at in your journey. Okay, somebody said the mess into message. Thank you. We have multiple messages. Very good. Oh, a lot of people learned a lot about the message. Very good. Finding the message. Showing up. Very good. The 5 steps. Okay. What else? How you show up. Very good. Getting there. Yeah. Purpose. Yep. Some people learn about purpose. Okay. I need to be honest with myself. Very good. Okay. To know my worth. That's very important. Very good. The hero archetype. That's wonderful. Money is purely a magnifier. Exactly. Very good. To invest in yourself, to invest. Don't spend, invest. Paying is paying. You, when you pay for something, you need to think, am I investing or am I spending? Right? Money is neutral. Money is a neutral. Okay. Be my own hero. Who's here to be a full-time superhero, by the way? Not a part-time. Who's here? Type FT inside the chat if that's you. FT if you want, if you're here to become a full-time superhero. That's what we're going through in these next 4 days left. Okay. So what we're going to start off with is we're going to start off with page 10. Okay. Today is all about crafting your message. Some of you may have realized yesterday that we got to that point where we said, okay, once upon a time, you didn't know how to design a website. Now you know coding. So that's your message. Once upon a time, you didn't know how to sing. Now you know how to sing. That's your message. Once upon a time, you were overweight. Now you are fit and healthy. That is your message. Once upon a time, you were heartbroken. You got over it. That's your message. But not many people know how to package and convey the message. True or true? So today, we're going to break it down for you guys, how to package and convey your message. Okay? Because that's the first step. We got to know how to do it properly. So I'm going to break it down for you guys. Those of you who have the workbook, it's page 10. Okay? Page 10. By the way, you guys are going to be shocked after 5 days how we are literally, it's almost like doing your business plan with you over the next 5 days. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? It's like planning everything step by step so you have all the details of everything you need. That's what you're going to have completed by the end of the 5 days. So then after that, you know exactly what you need to do to be able to get to where you want to get to, right? And we're all doing it together. So you don't need to like get lost in between. Okay? So what is the first thing, right? On the top of page 10, I wrote, we all have a powerful message and our purpose in life is to share that with the world. Okay, I truly believe that. I believe that every challenge is a blessing in disguise. Everything happens for a divine reason. Even at times when you're stuck in the mess, you don't know why. But after it, you realize, oh, it made me stronger. And maybe I'm supposed to share the strength with other people and help other people too, right? I'm supposed to pay it forward. Number 1. Okay, so what's the first thing I want everybody to do? I want everyone to write this down. Then you have all the steps. Okay. Number 1, I want you to write down some of the challenges. I want you to write down some of the challenges that you have faced and overcame. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. I want you to write down some challenges that you have personally faced and overcame. Okay, this is very important for you because then at least you know if you create a product, you create a service, or you have a message to put out to the world, you don't feel like an imposter. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Like, you don't feel like I'm teaching something I don't actually know. No, you're teaching based on your experience. Right? Because some people say, I'm not qualified to be a coach. I'm not qualified to be an influencer. I'm not qualified to teach people. No. Hey, don't think yourself as a teacher. Don't think yourself as a coach. Don't think yourself as a speaker. Think yourself as a friend who's wanting just to help people based on your experience. You don't need qualifications. I haven't got the qualifications. My experience is my qualifications. Your experience is yours. Don't teach something you've not overcame before. Only teach things you've overcame before. Then you are credible. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Then you won't ever feel like an imposter, right? So write down some challenges that you faced and overcame. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing some. Okay, people pleasing. Once upon a time was people pleasing. Now you don't people please anymore. That's great. Okay, meaning living to other people's standards, right? Instead of your own, or instead of being yourself, right? Somebody said overcoming chronic depression, right? There's a lot of people struggling with that, so that'll be a huge message. Allison said speaking in front of people. Okay, that's big. Public speaking is the biggest fear in the world, right? Extreme depression and then going over it, getting over it, right? Christina said cancer. That's huge, right? So being able to overcome these these challenges is huge, right? Grief of losing a partner, that's huge, right? Loving myself. So there's so many things. Drug addiction, so many different things. You guys have huge messages, right? So write down some of the challenges that you have faced. So write it down in your own list inside your box, okay, on page 10. Okay. Once you have done that, number 2, what do we want you to do? Okay. Pick one. Okay. Keyword here, by the way, is one. Okay. Pick one that you feel others in the world, okay, in the world may be struggling with right now, okay, maybe stuck with right now. Pick one. I know you guys will be like, yeah, but there are 5 of them. I think there's other people. No. Just pick one for now. Which one do you feel will make the biggest impact for now? Okay. Pick one of the above that you feel others in the world may be stuck with right now. Now, how would I go about doing this? I would probably pick the one that I feel most, number one, if I have many there, number one, I'll probably feel the one that I feel most connected with. Like I feel like it was actually a big deal, right? Number 2, I'll probably pick something that I feel I would be passionate teaching people how to overcome that, right? Or sharing with people how to overcome that. And number 3, I would probably pick something that has a wider audience. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Because then I know I can instantly help more people at one time because more people are stuck in that situation. Okay. Thank you. Self-love, debt-free, toxic relationship, huge. Okay. So many things. Okay. Domestic violence, so many things. Okay. So that's really cool. So pick one. Okay. If you find it too hard, I can't pick one, master. What should I do? Okay. Close your eyes. Okay. Take a pen and just go like this and see which one circles. Okay. But it doesn't matter at this point. And why I'm saying that is, let me ask you a question. What do I teach? What can I write a book on? What can I hold a class on? Manifestation. What else? Self-love. What else can I hold a class on? Law of attraction. What else can I hold a class on? Right? Business, healing, NFT, spiritual healing, business, yoga, right? YouTube success, right? Meditation, right? NLP. I can hold, do you understand what I'm saying? I can hold a class on all of these things. So but I can't be in a situation where I've wrote all these things down and I'm like, I can't pick any. I don't know what to do with my life. No. Pick one, start with one. Right? You got to start somewhere. So start with one. Just pick one. It doesn't matter. One you feel a little bit more connected to. Okay? That's very important for today's exercise, by the way. Okay, next. Okay. Number 3. What do we need to do? Number 3. Okay. Write down 3 pieces of advice or steps that you would recommend. Okay. Write down 3 pieces of advice or steps that you would recommend for them to be able to get from the pain to the pleasure. Okay. So number 3 is write down 3 steps that you will help somebody get from the pain or the problem to the pleasure or the outcome, the solution. Okay? How do you think you can get them from A to B? So, I mean, I'll give you an example, okay? So it's going to be easier for you. Let's say, for example, my low, so my challenge was depression. Okay, some of you wrote depression. Okay. What was my outcome? Let's say my outcome is happiness. Okay. Okay. What would you advise? What got you from depression to happiness? That's what I'm asking. If you had to list only 3 things, 3 categories of things, or 3 headings, or 3 overall, like pretty much sums it up, what would the 3 things be? Okay. I mean, let's do this exercise together. What would the 3 things be that can take somebody from depression to happiness? Right? Thank you. Self-love. That's a very good practice. Self-love. What's the other thing? Meditation, self-compassion, mindset, shadow work. Okay. Well, you're all right, by the way. I'm just trying to pick out what I feel. Breathing, yeah, all of these things, self-care, find a coach, gratitude. You're all right. So self-love. I'm gonna pick another one. Self-love. What else? Practice, facing fears, affirmation. Okay, I'm gonna have self-love. Wow, you're all right. I don't even know which one to pick now. Self-love. I'm gonna pick meditation as a practice. I think it's very cool. And take a leap of faith. I like that actually. Changing your surrounding. I like that actually as well. I'm gonna pick that one. Okay. Changing your surrounding, awareness, nature, community freedom, gratitude. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna change meditation to habits and surrounding. I like that. That pretty much sums it up. Like if I think about it, and by the way, there's no right or wrong. This is what I'm trying to get across. That's why I said so many of your suggestions. You're all right, by the way. It depends how you see it. Okay. I'm gonna tell you how I see it is if somebody's really depressed right now and I want to teach them how to be happy, I do think that, first you got to appreciate yourself and learn some stuff about self-love. I think you start with that. That's a good foundation. That's going to help you, right? And then the second thing is, I think that it's probably like because I've been through depression before, so that's why, from my personal experience, I was hanging around with the wrong people. I was doing the wrong things every day. I was going out drinking every night, partying. They're not good habits. I think that unhealthy habits doesn't lead to a healthy mind. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think that habits is very important. So habits would include meditation. So it's kind of like I can speak so many things within habits, right? But I think habits is very important. But beyond your own personal habits, I think that your surrounding makes a big difference. Like that was a big thing for me. When I took myself out of my comfort zone, when I took myself out of context, when I went somewhere else, when I went traveling even, it changed my perspective because my perspective changed. So for me, I think that's the 3. Okay. So now you need to think for your thing. Right. And it's very simple, by the way. I mean, I can change these all day long. Let's say your challenge was not knowing how to design a website. Now the outcome was you are a web designer, right? You're teaching people how to design their websites, right? What are the 3 things? Well, the first thing could be doing the right research, market research. The second thing can be, I don't know, what else would I teach people how to design a website? Market research. The first thing would probably like customer avatar. I don't know. Second thing would be market research, and the third thing will be, I don't know. You use the right templates. I don't know. Whatever, right? I'm not a web designer, so I don't know, right? So like you just got to think, what are the three things that you would advise people start on to be able to get from the problem to the outcome? Is everybody actually clear on that exercise? And have you actually completed it for yourself already? If you have, give me a yes inside the chat so I know you guys are actually on it. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes. Okay, cool. So we're doing extremely well so far. Okay, so I've got my three as well. I know I've picked my message. My message is depression to happiness. Okay. I've wrote down three pieces of advice I think that I would recommend: the self-love, habits, and surrounding. Okay, I feel very congruent with this. That's cool. That's what I did. It helped me. I think it'll help other people. Okay, that's my advice. Right. So now, by the way, this is all about crafting your message. I'm going to explain to you why this is so powerful in a moment. Okay, so now the fourth thing that we need to do after choosing the three things, right, is order, shape, and name. Okay, so please, I'm going to write number four. The fourth thing we want to do is we want to give it order, okay, shape, and name. Order, shape, and name. And I'm going to explain to you what that means. Okay. So now imagine I've already done number three, right? I've wrote down a few challenges. I've picked one of them, depression to happiness. I've chose three things that can take them from one place to another place. That's my advice. Now I need to give it order, shape, and a name. So what is the order? Like if there was a logical order, what should we work on first? What should we work on second? What should we work on third? I think it's exactly the same order I worked it out. So if I was to put numbers to this, I would say this is number one, this is number two, and this is number three. Order meaning in what would you recommend first? Which one would you recommend second? Which one would you recommend third, right? You guys might have some things, by the way, that no, I think these two things they should do at the same time. No problem. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to. Right. But still try to think, okay, well, if I had to suggest something first, what would my first suggestion be? Okay. It's totally up to you. You guys decide. There's no right or wrong answer here. So don't think, Master, I don't know if I'm doing this right. It's right. Doesn't matter which order. Even if you pick this one first, this one second, this one third, it's still right. Okay. Because it's how your logical brain is making sense of this right now. Okay. For my brain, I think that self-love comes first. I think that habits come second. And I think that surrounding is how you keep it up afterwards. Okay. Once you have done that part, type done inside the chat. So I know everybody is following this nice and smooth. Okay. Wonderful. You guys are very good. Okay. That's order. Next thing is shape. Okay. I don't want you guys to think too much about this one. I want you guys to use a triangle. Why? Because it's got three sides. You got 3 points. It just makes sense to me. Okay. So we're going to use a triangle. Okay. So how I'm going to draw it out, it's going to be like this. Okay. Drama triangle. Okay. So I'm going to use a triangle. Okay. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this self-love, habits, surrounding. Okay. Where does it go? Where does 1, 2, and 3 go? It doesn't matter. It depends what makes sense in your head. Some people will do one here. Some people will do one here. Personally, I think one fits here. Okay. So I'm going to do one here. So I'm going to do this, right? I want you to do it with your one right now. I'm going to write self-love here. I'm going to write habits here. I'm going to write surrounding here. Okay, that's how I look at it. Number one, number two, number three. That makes sense to me. Okay. Okay. Now let me know once you've already drawn your shape and you've wrote the words around your shape. Type done inside the chat if you are done with that one. Wonderful, wonderful. Those of you who are not done, I don't know why, and I don't know what shape you're drawing. Okay. Only like doing a whole painting or something. Okay. Nice and simple. I kept it simple for you guys. Okay. The final thing, we want to give it a name. We want to give this model a name. Okay. This model, I mean, this teaching model, not like Instagram model, not like fashion model. Okay. So don't like Cindy or something. No. Like you want to give this teaching model a name. Okay. I'll tell you how to take your power back model. Okay. So they can be called that. Okay. I'll tell you how to easily name the model. Right. I'm not saying you have to do it. You can call it anything. You can call it Cindy if you want. Okay. It doesn't matter. Right. But I'll tell you how I usually think about this. Right. I usually I usually call it either um the pain to the problem triangle. Example. This model is called the depression to happiness triangle or the depression to happiness formula. Do you understand what I'm saying? I either call it the pain to the problem because people get it straight away. I want to learn this. That's a nice model. Okay. Or I call it the outcome accelerator formula. Example, my outcome was my outcome. Outcome was, can you remember? What's my message? My outcome is happiness. So mine will be called the happiness accelerator model or the happiness accelerator formula. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Right? Somebody has the shame to fame triangle. That's wonderful. That's amazing. Right? Okay. So I'm just giving you these suggestions because I know some people are the people who sit there all day long. I don't know what to call it. I'm not sure. It's almost like you need to live with this model for the rest of your life or something like that, right? That like just it doesn't really matter. You decide whatever you want to call it. Okay. I'm going to call it, this model is called the happiness accelerator formula. Okay. Why did we just do this exercise? Because whether you knowingly or unknowingly what just happened, right? Kali just said this is huge. Probably you get the point. That's probably why you already know it's huge. You see, yesterday we had some people who were like, I don't know what my message is. Will people really listen to me? I'm not a coach. I'm not a speaker. I can't write a book. What can I write a book on? I don't know what to write a book on. What are the topics? How do I teach people? What do I teach people? But I don't know if you guys just realized within 15 minutes, you guys just answered pretty much all those questions for yourself. I want you to imagine this for a second, right? Let's say we didn't do this exercise. Okay, imagine we didn't do this exercise. Imagine we're still in yesterday mode. Master Sri Akashana stands here and says, by the way, you can all be a coach, you can be a speaker, you can be an author, you can influence people, you have a message. And then people are like, what's the message? And remember, based on yesterday's teachings, oh, my message is getting people out of depression. And I'm like, exactly. So go share it with the world. Write a book, hold a class. Now, last night, you were probably thinking, what do I need to write? Where do I start? Like, create videos, do a YouTube channel. What do I talk about? You probably turn your camera on and, guys, my message is depression. Some of you may be depressed right now. My recommendation is don't be depressed. I've been through it myself. It's not that bad, trust me. Go find some new friends, probably help you. And, it helped me. Just sharing my 2 cents on this. And hopefully it helped you. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Yeah. Hey, you, you're probably like, what? Hey, How do I share it? What's my message? How do I package my message? How do I write a book? What am I supposed to write? What am I supposed to say? But I want you guys to realize what just happened now. Now, right? Imagine this. Imagine this video. Okay, I'm not even gonna speak too much, right? Listen to what I say. If you are somebody who struggles with depression and you're trying to find happiness or fulfillment or find your purpose or just find more meaning in life, I have a very powerful happiness accelerator formula that I'm going to break down for you. I'm not even going to talk about it right now. I want you to feel what you feel. This is format. This is form. This is a model. You need to realize the moment you see a triangle, you see a shape with logical step by step, I am no longer just anybody who's rambling. Do you not realize the moment I flip this around, I'm a teacher? Did it not just do that? Did it not? The moment you see it, you're like, whoa, this guy knows what he's talking about. I instantly earn credibility because there's a format, there's a shape, there's a logic, there's a step by step, there are secrets, there's even a name for the model. Is the person more likely to listen to the full video? Now I've just flipped the flip chart. Are they going to listen to it now? Are they? Yes or no? Of course. Before you were just some random guy, girl who's just, I don't know what they're talking about. Now, oh my God, this person's serious. They know what they're talking about. This is what I realized. I mean, you guys need to understand everything that you guys said before. I teach. And you guys need to understand, I was such a bad communicator before. I used to be the introvert at school. I used to be afraid of speaking. Whenever I spoke, nobody used to listen because I just ramble on and people used to be like, what's he talking about? And I used to be like, how do people structure their things so right? And people just want to listen. And so I needed to learn, how do I structure anything I want to present? That's all. I hope you guys understand what you guys just, I mean, so simple, 15 minutes, and you've done it for yourself too. The moment you open up a video now, people are more compelled to listen to you. You earn the right. You have more credibility just because you did a 15-minute silly answer 4 question thing. How many of you got some aha there? Like, it's like, hey, wait there a second. That just makes sense. I mean, it's almost too simple and too easy that I don't even know why I didn't know that before. Right? You guys get what I'm saying? Right? But the moment you do this, because what? How many of you ever heard of a book? How many of you ever heard of an author, Robert Kiyosaki, before? What book did he write? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. In Rich Dad, Poor Dad, is there a model? Yes or no? What's the model called? Cash flow quadrant, no? ESBI, you see? Why you know it? Why you remember it? Because it's a square and it has 4 letters inside. So you remember it. And it's legit. Wow, he really knows what he's talking about. He's a teacher. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Well, you need to realize you've just done exactly the same thing. You did it in 15 minutes. Congratulations. So what does this mean? It means if you want to create a video now, you've already, you know your message. It's very clear, actually. Very clear. It suddenly went from not clear to clear in 15, 20 minutes. It also means that now if you're going to write a book, guess what? It's very clear what you're going to write about. I know exactly what. I've got 3 main chapters. I already know the structure of the book. I hope you guys realize that. We just planned your book out for you. We almost even gave your book the name. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can call your book this name if you want. Now you're not. What should I write first? I wonder where I start. No, no, no. Start with self-love. Right now, you're going to be thinking, okay, what about the chapters in my? How many want to know about your chapters in your book? Okay, I'll tell you how to answer to the chapters in your book. You'll have the full structure after today. You're done. I'll tell you how to have the chapters of your book. I asked this question, right? We're going to go one level deeper now. Listen carefully. Okay, guys, can you tell me what things can I do to achieve self-love? Just list a few things inside the chat, please. What things can I do to achieve self-love? If I lack self-love right now, affirmations, diet, eat well, be in nature, massage, meditation. Is it? Exercise, yoga. What else? Do what you love. Okay, what you love, passion. Okay, what kind of healthy daily habits can I have? Can you give me some ideas? What kind of daily healthy habits could you suggest for people? Go to bed early, sleeping habits, sleeping patterns. What other things? Diet, workouts. What other things? Declutter. What other things? Music, going for walks. Okay. What things can, what about surrounding? What things can people do to change the surrounding? What would you suggest? Okay, travel. So go somewhere you've never been before. Be in nature. Surrounding or clean your house, declutter your house, declutter your house. What else? Organize your surrounding, organize. What else? What other things can they do with the surrounding? Hang around with positive people, positive people. Okay. Move, solitude. Okay, feng shui. Okay, cool, feng shui. Cool. Okay, cool. Right. Now what you found? Wait there a second. Nutrition, wait there. Diet was here, diet was here. Okay, cool. Where do I want to keep diet? I'm going to remove from self-love. I think diet fits more into habits. So I'm going to remove from self-love. I'm going to talk about it here. Right? You have some crossover, right? We just did. You're like, wait there a second. Declutter was here, declutter was here. Declutter is a habit or declutter surrounding? I want declutter and surrounding. I'm going to remove from habits. Taha, just give me a aha. Aha, I see. Right? Do you guys know what you just did there? Or has it not caught on? Has your head caught on yet? What just happened? Has it caught your whole book plan? You've just planned out every chapter of your book. You got 30 chapters of your book, and you just know all the headings, what you're going to talk about in each chapter. Oh my God. And guess what? And it's all in flow. It means it's all in logical order. If you write it exactly how you've written it here, the chapters, and you just write, like, now what do I say? Okay, first chapter, self-love. First chapter, self-love, affirmations, example. First chapter, self-love, nature, self-love, love and passion. My first chapter, my first chapter in the first segment of my book is called Find What You Love and Live Your Passion. Yeah, we just did a table of content. Exactly, you just did it. That's it. Those of you who are like, but I'm not a qualified coach, but I've got no qualification. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a teacher. You don't need to be. You have just formatted a whole book. You've got, do you know how many video content you've got now? Do you know, I don't know if you guys realize what, right, okay, let's address these different things. Okay. So yesterday I said, today I'm going to teach you how to package your message. Right. I want you to see all the packages you've just done. Like, okay, you want to be a YouTuber, example. You want to create videos. Okay. Yeah. I don't want to speak about my videos. Hey, you know what you just did? First video, just talk about affirmations. Why affirmations help your self-love. Right? Second video, why nature helps your self-love. Three things you can do right? To be able to change the nature, your surrounding, to be able to affect your self-love in a positive way, example, to make you happier, right? Meditation, that's another video. How to meditate properly to achieve happiness. You stuck on video titles? You don't know what to talk about? How to find what you love and how to find your passion. This will help you be happy. You're the happiness coach, no? That's what you decided before. So, okay. By the way, it's never ending. This is not the end. This is like me just like with you guys saying, guys, just let's spend 30 seconds and figure something out. We haven't even sat down to really think about this yet. But you've got many, 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 many YouTube videos, titles, and you know exactly what to talk about now already. Done. And you don't need a qualification, you just talk from your experience. From my experience, these 3 meditations is what works. That's all you need to do. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? You're just sharing your experience, okay? YouTube videos done, okay? You want to book, okay? Can anybody remember what the third P was? Positioning. Do you know positioning? Because what does positioning mean? Positioning gives you authority, right? You're trying to get authority. You're trying to get a credibility. Yes or no? What is the easiest way to get authority? Does anybody know? Become an author. An author gives what? The moment you become an author, you got authority. Instant. Author gives authority. Like, think about it. And you need to understand. Danny's like, dang, right? I want you guys to understand this, right? Like, let's say, for example, you do your first YouTube video, right? And I'm not trying to say you're nobody, but you're nobody, right? You're just starting out, right? So you're on your first YouTube video, and you say, "Hey, this is Lynn Dixon here. I'm a happiness coach." People are like, "Yeah, but who are you really?" I'm the author of. People, whoa. Author now. Never didn't know she's an author. She must know what she's talking about. Let me keep listening. Author gives authority. It's probably one of the first things you want to do. When I first started 12 years ago, I wrote my first book. Why? Author gives authority. I wanted to be a speaker. I step onto stage. I'm the author of Think Big, Build Small. People are like, oh my God, he's an author. He must know what he's talking about. Great. It gave me instant credibility. But you need to understand, 12 years ago is not even as convenient as it is now to become an author. We were like, how do I find the publishers? How do I do this? How do I do that? Now you're like, Word. I mean, you don't even need to do that anymore. You literally speak to Siri and Siri will write the book for you, you know? And you just speak your thoughts and it just all gets typed out for you. And then you just want to export as PDF, you upload on Amazon Books. Tomorrow, you're an author. Back when I was starting, it wasn't like that. We're like, oh, who's the publisher? We need to find a ghostwriter. And then, oh, yeah, print hard copy, soft copy. How do we, you understand what I'm saying? Now it's like, da, 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 tonight. And then, oh, tomorrow, hey, I'm an author. You guys catch what I'm saying? Right? Lynn saying, I need to finish my book. So you instantly become an author, right? You instantly get authority when you become an author. And then now but I don't know how to write books. Yes, you do. We just came up with all your chapters. Right? So now, okay, how do you package? How can you make, oh, wait there a second. We're already understanding, hey, money here. I don't know if you realize this. This is not money. Do people pay for ebooks? Yes or no? You got your first digital product. Yesterday, you didn't have a clue about business. Today, you got your first digital product just like that. And you've even outlaid the whole thing and planned the whole thing out. Right? I remember what I said yesterday. Today you'll be like, yeah, but ebooks don't sell for that much. Don't let your negative mind get in the way, by the way. Yeah, it only sells for $7. Huh? $7, right? 100 people, 700. 1,000 people, what's that? 7,000, right? 10,000 is what? 70,000. You think, yeah, but that's a lot of people. How do I do? Tomorrow we're going to cover that. You need visibility, no? You need traffic. Hey, by the way, like, do I have some videos with millions of views? Yes or no? I have many, 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 many videos with millions of views. If there's a million views on one video, and in that video you suggest a book, if it has 1 million views and you talked about the book, so 1 million people are watching that video, how many people may buy the book? What do you think? From one video, a million views. But how did you get so many views? Tomorrow. One thing at a time. You can't learn to write a book and learn the whole model and learn the whole package and learn the whole positioning and learn pricing and learn all the on in 1 hour. You guys asking for too much in one day. One step at a time. 10%. If 10% go and buy, okay, 1 million. What's 10% of 1 million? 100K? 100,000 people go buy your book. Only $7. It's only $7. It's not worth anything. No, that's nearly $1 million, right? $700,000 produced from one video. So yesterday, I know some people were thinking, what does he mean? He said on YouTube they paid him over $1 million already, but he said like with some other things like people like he makes even more than like 10 times more, 20 times or 50 times more. Like how does he make more than that? Well, very easy. If I got a million view video, YouTube only pays me $1,000, maybe $2,000. YouTube only pays me $2,000 for a million view video. Right? So where's the money come? Well, you just calculated it. It's that simple. I don't need to. By the way, do you need to hard sell a $7 book? Do you think you need to like, guys? Okay, let's let's have a conversation about this. Right? You don't need. You say, dude, I have a book. There's a link underneath. Just download it if you're interested. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is this like that? Because it's $7 is committable, and all you need is a few thousand people to think yes, okay, cool, and then guess what? You're like, whoa. Right. Let's not say 700,000 because that scares some of you. So let's not go that high because some of you can't believe it. Your head's like, I've never done that before, right? Let's just say it's 10 times less. Let's just say 70,000, right? But that's like somebody's 1 or 2 year salary you just made with one video and one night writing a book. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Right? You guys are like, one night write a book? No, that's a bit. How can I write a book in one? Hey, how many of you read my book, Think Big, Build Small? My book, Think Big, Build Small, I wrote in the morning. I launched within 24 hours, I launched it. A book doesn't need 3,000 pages. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just a short book. You don't need that. I mean, if you want to write a long book, write that when you have a long time available. Now, if you just want to, hey, I just want to share what I love. I want to help some people, and at the same time, it'd be nice to get some passive income. By the way, I hope you know that when you have a book, once you have a book, I hope you realize you have passive income for the rest of your life. You only write it once, but for the rest of your life, you will earn from that one thing. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Right? That's the easy one. Doesn't take any hard sell. Very simple, right? I hope you guys realize now you know, okay, video content. I already know. I took my message. I know video content. Number two, if I'm writing a book, I already know I can package as a book. Very simple. Okay. Number three. Okay. Now this is going to scare some people, right? Coaching calls. Dun dun dun. You're like, oh my God, I'm not a coach. I'm not qualified. What am I going to do with coaching calls? Oh my God, if they ask me a question, what am I going to say? Right? By the way, is this like a coaching call right now? Am I coaching you guys? Yes or no? This is like a coaching call, right? Am I following a system? Yes or no? I'm following a system. By the way, I don't know if you guys realize this. I'm gonna break. I'm gonna reveal myself, right? Can you guys see here? There's 5 points. Can you see that? I asked myself a question, and this is gonna sound very familiar to you guys. Right? I said, "How do I create a 5-day coaching program?" I'll tell you how I created this program. Ask myself a question, right? What was I once upon a time? Once upon a time, I was uh, not being able to do what I love. I love helping people, not being able to do it. What else was a problem with me? I wasn't making any money. Okay, what should I call this program then? Just use the word light worker. That's like, oh, that's people who help people. And now I get to help people. That was one challenge I had before I couldn't do. And prosperity. I could use abundance. I could use money. I could use anything, right? Prosperity. Okay, cool. These are the 2 outcomes. So what is this called? The Lightworkers Path to Prosperity Roadmap. What did I just do? Outcome, roadmap. Exactly what I just told you guys before. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? You guys, so how do you run a 5-day coaching program? Oh, you already know, actually. Like, so I asked myself a question one day. I said, if somebody was not a light worker and didn't have any money, how would I teach them to have a message to be able to share with people and make money doing it? What do I need to share? I think they need to first find their message. What do they need next? Well, if they had the message, I think that, oh, they don't know what to do with their message. So probably they need like some sort of structure or something like that, Like they need something there, right? What else? Oh, if they have structure, but nobody sees it, it's not gonna. They need to be visible, They're visible. What else do they need? What else would I recommend for someone? Well, how would I advise? Mm, wait there a second. But if people see them, it doesn't mean people will buy their things. So okay, they need to know how to convert. Okay, let's. They need to learn this thing. Okay, what about when they convert? Does that mean they get to change the world? Well, yeah, kind of, but they're kind of like they're too busy doing these things. Just okay, let me teach them how to automate. That's pretty cool too. That gives them a bit more freedom to be able to help more people. Cool. Now you're like, so what do I teach in my 3-day program, 5-day program, 7-week program? Hey, what do I do there? Now, okay, I broke it down. What am I teaching you every day? Today I'm teaching you this and this. Tomorrow I'm teaching you this. Next day I'm teaching you this. Next day I'm teaching. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Right? You're like, hey, if I do coaching calls or coaching program, what am I going to teach? We listed it. Your first 5 sessions, teach this. Your next 5 sessions, teach this. Your final 5 sessions, teach this at 15 sessions. You got a 15-week coaching program you just created like that. Congrats to saying this is priceless. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? This is from like I hope you guys are figuring out how easy this is, even if you've never done it before. Like, you're a complete beginner. Anyone can do it. You are not an imposter because you are not sharing something that you do not know. You are just sharing based on your experience. It's like a friend to a friend advice. That's all you're doing. Definitely don't teach something that you're not. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? You are only taking something that you struggled with before and you overcame, and you're just sharing with the world. That's all you're doing. And you get to profit, make money from it. How cool is that? Why not? Because then you can be a full-time influencer. You can be a full-time impact maker. You can be a full-time coach. You can be a full-time speaker. You can be a full-time, right? Very, very, very simple. Okay. Now, you guys will have a question about, okay, well, if I do something like this, what about pricing? How many of you want to know a little bit about pricing? Okay. Why would people pay more? How would people pay more? How do I, things like that, right? It's actually very, very, very simple. When I break this down for you guys go, oh my God, I can't believe it. Why did I never know this? And how do you make it so that you don't need to sell very hard? people will naturally they want to go for the next level. How many of you want to know how to do that? Right? It is very, very simple. Very, very simple. I'm going to break it down for you guys, right? So, first of all, some of you may have heard of when people talk about funnel before, right? You got to have a product funnel or a service funnel, right? Product or service funnel. Now, what is the basic, like the most basic foundation product funnel consist of, right? It consists of a LT, an MT, and an HT. What do these three letters stand for, please? A low ticket, a mid ticket, and a high ticket. You have three products, okay? A low ticket, a mid ticket, and a high ticket, right? That's what a product funnel is, right? A lot of the time, I call it a relationship conversion funnel. Why is it called that? Because the purpose of having a low ticket item is so that at least it builds a relationship with people who don't know you. At least for $7, they get to know you a little bit better and know that you give them value before almost like a try before I buy. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? It's a relationship conversion funnel. And the most beautiful thing, it's automatic. It converts itself. You guys are probably thinking, how does it convert itself? Why would people pay more? Right? And let me tell you something. By the way, I hope you guys realize the information I'm sharing with you guys right now, I actually invested thousands and thousands of dollars back 12 years ago and 7 years ago. I invested in a lot of coaches, a lot of seminars, a lot of programs to learn all this packaging, coaching, whatever, all these different things. I hope you guys realize that majority of you thousands of people who are watching this right now, you're getting this for free. I did. I literally spent like 30, 40, $50,000 on purchasing loads of different programs, loads of different books, loads of different mentors and coaches, and went to loads of different seminars. I even flew out to US for loads of seminars to learn these things. And you guys are learning this for free. So I hope you guys don't just take it for granted and then never use it, because this really valuable information, like you can actually, if you learn this stuff properly and you actually follow through with it, you can be what it says on the tin, a light worker who has a lot of prosperity. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Right? How do you get this to happen? And I'll tell you what the problem is in the personal development industry. Like, I'm not name shaming or anything like that. I'm just saying from my 12 years of experience of being in here, and now we have solid communities. You see, there's many, many calls you go on. Even we just finished satsang. There's always thousands of people, well, at least hundreds of people or thousands of people on these calls. Why is it that we built such a solid community? And I'll tell you why. Because we don't hold back information. If everyone can write that down, please, because if I could teach you anything that I feel is the most ethical way of being a coach that's successful or a speaker and a person of influence, I would say don't hold back when you're giving information. This is also the biggest problem I see in the industry. Many coaches hold back. They withhold information. I'll give you an example, okay? So, right. A low ticket, okay, I want to give you some price points so you have an idea, okay? So, what classes as a low ticket? I would personally class anything under maybe below, okay? Is that below? Below $300, okay? Below $300, I would class as a low ticket. Okay, so $7 definitely, right? Those of you who got $27, definitely. Okay, so those of you who got free or even lower than that, right? So below $300, what currency? What do you mean? Doesn't matter. Rupees. Is that okay? American dollars, I'm talking about USD, okay? USD. Now, so anything below $300 are probably classed as a low ticket, okay? What about mid-ticket? Well, okay, mid-ticket, I would say anything below $5,000, I would class as a mid-ticket. Anything below $5,000. Okay, they're industry standards, these are. It's nothing like what's going on, you know, it's industry standard, right? What was I class as high ticket, right? Anything above $10,000, 10K and above. Okay, I would class this as high ticket, right? There's no fixed amounts here. I'm just giving you from my experience of me understanding the industry. That's how it works. Got it so far? Got it? Type got it inside the chat. Okay, very good. Now, what I'm saying is one of the problems I keep identifying in this industry is what people will do. Okay, I'm going to give you an example of what low tickets are. Okay, so let's say, for example, the low ticket. Okay, let's say, for example, the low ticket is a book or a masterclass. Okay, something like that. Something like this, what we're doing over 5 days is probably a bit like masterclass type thing, but we're doing quite a few hours of it. Okay. So like this, teaching, masterclass, right? Webinar or whatever you want to call it. Okay. So like this, like classes basically, right? Book or classes, right? What happens on this mid-ticket? Mid-ticket, what people usually give is people usually give online courses. This is very industry standard, by the way. You've probably been on some webinar masterclass before where somebody will go on there, they'll talk about something for maybe 90 minutes or so, like an hour or so. And then what they'll do is they'll say, by the way, I've got these courses, you know, you can buy them for $2,000. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that's very, very industry standard. That's what will happen. Okay. What are the high tickets? High tickets are usually live coaching, usually. So, okay, I'll run a 7-week live class for you guys. You know, let me teach you guys how to do this. And then basically it's like live coaching. Come to an event, you know, in person or on Zoom. And over 3 days, I'll teach you whatever. Like these are usually live. These are usually like online courses. These are usually like books and master classes. You guys understanding so far? If you got it, type got it inside the chat, please. Okay. Now, where's the problem with the industry that I see a lot of the time, right? People usually deliver a masterclass here withholding information. And what people usually do is people usually sell you based on what you want. That's all. They're just basically selling you the idea. But they're not really going to give you information. They're not going to break these things down for you. They're going to sell you the idea. So it's going to be like what a lot of industry coaches do is they come in here and then they'll like example, okay? If I was any other coach out there, what I typically do is over these 5 days, I will sell you the dream of being a coach, but I'm not really going to teach you anything. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I'm just going to make you believe you can do it, but I'm not really going to break down the structure. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Right? Why is it they don't break down the structure, and why is it they only sell you the dream? Can anybody answer that question? Why? Right? Some people said been there, right? So you know. Why? Because they sell you the motivation so that you will convert to buy the next product, no? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Right? Now you tell me. I mean, ethical is a strange word because it's opinion, isn't it? So you think to yourself how ethical that means to you, right? I'm just going to speak from my personal experience. Okay, I'm not going to obviously. It's just perspective, but from me being a coach for the past 12 years, when my coaches also told me to do the same thing. And when I started, I was just a newbie. I mean, you just do what the coach teaches you, right? So you're trying to figure it out. Oh, is that how it works, right? I'll tell you what I felt. I felt like a dirty salesperson. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel like to call myself a light worker, I think is nah, not really. What is a light worker? I believe a light worker is, genuinely there to try and help people. And if I class myself as a light worker and I'm supposed to go on a call to sell you a dream and then not really teach you the strategy, not really teach you the stuff, and hold back on a lot of information, not teach you everything, and not answer your questions, how can I class myself as a light worker? Can I really be true to my heart, my soul? Are you guys catching what I'm saying? I couldn't live with that. And I'm being totally honest and open. I'm not saying I never did that before. 12 years ago, I first started. That's what I was taught. That's all I knew. So I was like, oh, I'm supposed to do that. Okay. I did it for a while, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. I was doing that. And I was like, this is not true to myself. I went on this path because I wanted to help people. Now, every time I'm getting onto stage, just trying to sell them something. I felt dirty doing that. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I couldn't live with myself doing that. And that's why I said, no. And I had to come to a decision at that point. I said, okay, I either stop doing this and I say, I'm not going to do this anymore, or I need to find another way. And I'm very grateful that along my journey, I met some very ethical, very beautiful, very honest coaches and very like coaches who were not about the money. They were about helping people first. Like, look, I don't want you guys to, I don't want you guys to think, okay, no, you're not supposed to make money. No. Look, money is an exchange of value for value. That's not the problem. I'm not saying money's the problem, right? I'm not saying money's bad. I'm not saying money's a problem. Where I think is the problem, where the so-called people who want to help people, they put money first and helping people second. That to me is a problem. I feel like if you put helping people, like I genuinely want to help somebody, right? And if at the same time I can help them, there is an exchange of value for value. Great. Thank you. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Like that makes sense to me. But money first, let me see how to make the money from people first. And then that just doesn't make sense to me. So what is the solution then? Why is anybody going to pay any more if you're not withholding information? If you're like, Master, but I don't understand what you're saying. You're saying give them everything, but if I give them everything here, why on earth they're going to buy this one? If I give them everything here, why on earth they're going to buy this one? Can I give you guys the very easy understanding of it? Like how it just the biggest aha. Can I break it down? I'll tell you. This is the secret. DIY, sorry, DWY, DFY. This is your easiest way. DIY, DWY, DFY. Do it yourself, done with you, done for you. It's your easiest way. Okay? There's no pressure in sales. And I'll tell you how, and people will automatically pay more. And I'll tell you why. Okay? Watch. Right now, like this program here, these 5 days, right? I'm breaking everything down for you. It's not like I'm not going to share that part. Hey, if you sign up to the program, then you'll learn that part. No, I'm not. I'm breaking it down for you. I'm breaking it all down. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So I'm breaking down. This is all the things you need to do. Okay. Now, so what does that mean? Now here you got all the information. What do you need to do after these 5 days? You need to go. What do you need to do? Please, you need to go do it yourself. Okay. Now let me ask you a question, right? Is it possible that out of the thousands and thousands and thousands of people that are attending this class right now, that there will be quite a bunch of you who will figure it out and do it successfully, and actually make this their career moving forward? How many of you think that it's possible? Type it's possible inside the chat, right? It's possible because I broke down the whole roadmap for you. Okay. Now, let's put into context. Okay. Let's say, for example, if today I say, by the way, so we're on day two, day three of the class. We've got two classes left. Hope you guys will learn a lot. Um, I actually have, I don't know if anybody's interested in this, but we've actually created something where uh, we will write the business plan with you over several weeks. We will um, uh, uh, set up the YouTube channel with you, like beside you, like handhold you along the way, just in case you get anything wrong. We will launch the ads with you, just in case. We will do some of the role play with you so you become more confident speaking. Like, we'll do it with you. Is there anybody who would be interested in, something like that? What would your answer be? Yes or no? Absolutely. But you need to understand what just happened there. I, I don't need to withhold any information. I'm going to give you everything. Take it all. Go do it yourself. That's that's more than, like I personally feel that I've already over delivered. It's only like day two. I feel like I've already over delivered on the promise for this 5 day challenge, right? I feel those of you who, even those of you who paid the massive $27, I still feel I've already over delivered on day two. I think you've got more value than you thought you would ever get with $27, right? I mean, what would you do with $27? Go to Starbucks, eat a panini, and grab yourself a chai latte. I don't know. Right? Do you understand what I'm saying? I think you've already achieved more than that. So do I feel this is ethical? I feel this is more than, I feel like I'm just, especially those of you, the thousands of you who are getting this for free. I'm just like, do you understand what I'm saying? I can sleep well at night. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I've gave a lot of value, right? So that's great. Do I have any hard feelings saying, guys, if you want me to handhold you through, 3 days and figure it out with you, there may be a bit of a service fee. No, I don't feel hard feeling. I don't feel I need to hard sell it. And at the same time, let me ask that question again. How many of you think that you might be interested in some hand holding to actually do it with you? So there's somebody assisting you along the way. Give me a me inside the chat. Look, thousands of me's coming through. So what's happening? Well, it's very simple. I don't need to hard sell. I just need to explain there is a done for you type, done with you type service. And if you're interested, then here's the link. That's all. That's all you need to do. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? And it's natural. And now you're probably thinking, yeah, but how do you sell the high ticket? How do you sell the high ticket? It's exactly the same. Let me ask you a question, right? So let's imagine this, right? Here's like, yeah, okay. So every week we will write the book with you. So you'll be on your side writing the book. I'll be answering questions, giving you some suggestions, and you write the book, right? Okay. Or it's like, okay, you'll be building your website to put your product on it. I will be hand-holding you, meaning that you show me what you built so far, I give you some feedback, and then that's like done with you. Okay, you build it, I'll do it with you. And then when you're doing it with you, if I said to some people, I said, hey, by the way, I know you've been going through this done with you thing for the past, 3 days, but I'm just wondering, is there anybody kind of like, I don't like building websites and, you would actually like a service where we just build the website for you? How many of you think there will be some people who will just say, yes, I would like that. Thank you. How many of you think there will be people who are willing to pay more if you did the work for them? Now, let me ask you a question. If you did the work for them, right, will they get hard feelings that you need to pay for their service? No, there's no hard feelings because you are paying them to do it for you. It's a shortcut. Is anybody getting ahas here? It's like, what I'm saying is, don't be whatever salesperson, whatever. Don't don't need to withhold information. Don't be unethical. Give everything you got. Teach everything. It doesn't matter. If you understand how to package the funnel, DIY, DWY, DFY, guess what? It's home run. The people will naturally go and buy the things because they want the things, not because you're selling the things. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Right? Someone said, a yoga teacher, how do you do done for you? Hey, there's done for you here, yoga here in Dubai. There's a place called Stretch. Do you know what you do? You go in and you lie down. Really? It's called, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's actually stretch.com. Right? Here in Dubai, there's a studio. There's a few studios actually. You go in there, you lie down. Do you know what they do? They pull you this way, pull you that way, pull you that. That's done for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? You say, how do you do it in yoga? That's done for you. Would people pay more for that? Yes, people pay every day. Very lazy people just lie down. Right? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who would like that. Oh, you mean I don't need to move my own leg? Yes. Someone will move your leg for you. Right? It can apply for everything. Right? So you just need to know how to put it into these packages. But I hope you guys are learning something here because it's really huge. And I hope that right now there's some of you who are on some of our more advanced coaching programs or law of attraction coaches certification and things. Is anybody here? Anybody on a manifestation coaches certification? Give me an MCCP. Miss Tommy, I see you, right? Some people on our certification programs, our coaches programs and things like that. Like, I hope you guys realize that this year, my whole goal is to certify as many coaches as possible. My whole goal is to train up as many coaches as possible and speakers as possible. Why? Does anybody know my dream? My dream is to retire. My dream is for you to do the speaking and I don't need to speak anymore. My dream is to build the academy. This Immerse Academy. Some of you are probably part of the Telegram group. You got Academy. Every day we have classes. But I realized that I can't teach every class every single day. I mean, especially now I'm even teaching in Chinese and English, right? And so we need teachers now. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So a lot of the time now we're collaborating with a lot of the people we train up. Because when we train up the people, do you know this is the problem? I see a lot of other platforms out there right now. They like bring a lot of coaches and speakers in from outside, but everyone's ethics and everybody's thing is different. And when they start bringing a lot of other people's cultures and things like that inside, it gets a little bit messy. People start fighting for things and things like that. But that's why inside our academy, every single speaker, every training program, everything that you've ever been on Academy by Immerse is all certified, and they've all trained through us. Every coach is trained through us because I need to make sure everybody does. We do things the best way for the people. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I think that's very important. And so I'm just putting it out there because I don't know if any of you in future maybe you would like to just join hands with us and hey, let's just change the world together. I mean, we have the platform to do it. We have the people already in. We have thousands of people inside our database. So there's a lot of people to help, and there's only one of me. I mean, we have a few people you've probably seen now. Angela does a lot of coaching. Sabrina does a lot of coaching, right? Gio started coaching. We have Ollie now coaching, right? We have Christine Chang. Christine Chang is last year's topic, right? Like literally, she's making millions of dollars. She made millions of dollars last year. Yeah. And now impacting thousands and thousands of lives by herself. So all these are students who now are just all collaborating with us now. So, I want to share that with you because you're at the right place getting this foundation information to set that strong foundation. There's many, many people. Some of you know these YouTubers, Tina reads you, right? She's from our academy too. She's got big influence right now, right? And I don't know if any Indonesian friends here. Tresnani came through our academy. She's hosting huge events right now, right? Like I said, Christine is, right? Tim, Success Insider, if you ever heard of that on YouTube before. Tim Han from Success Insider, he's from our speaking classes and not from he went to our speaking training and our coaching classes. right? He came from our academy. Life by Lucy, yes, Miss Dommy, Life by Lucy, right? You've probably seen another manifestation coach, huge on YouTube, huge on TikTok, huge on Instagram right now. Yeah, she came through our academy. I'll tell you something, and this is quite personal to us, but I'm sharing this with you because it's a big deal for me. Being in the industry for 12 years, seeing all the positives and all the negatives, all the challenges and everything else that comes with it. You know, when I wish that my message goes out to people who really mean it from the heart. You know, I hope I inspire people to live that way. That's my wish. You know, that's why this thing is called I Am Risk. It's not called Master Sri Akashana Academy. No, remove my name from all of those things, right? Yes, does my name attract people in? Yes, it does. But you go into the academy by I Am Risk. The academy is not just me teaching, many teachers. Why? Because I always felt that this vision was way bigger than me. And one person does not change the world. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I feel like I'm just blessed to be in a position where I've learned some things. I was fortunate that I was daring back in the days to swipe my credit cards and go on some coaching programs. And I was daring enough to take action, and I'm daring enough to make it happen, and I made it work. And and what I said to our CEO when she first joined us, I said, like, she said, call it, why don't you call it Master Sri Akashana's Academy? And I said, no, it's the vision's bigger than me, and it's not about me. And if we can make it be for the people in the whole world, then it should not be attached to me. Like everybody should come in here and teach, everybody should come here and give, and everybody should come here and help each other, and we should all just join hands and do it together, because it, it doesn't, I feel like that's it, So I don't know who I'm speaking to right now. It's not like I've got a script I'm reading right now. I'm just feeling this, and maybe some people need to hear that, and maybe one day you guys will be our next, people who join hands with us and do this together. You know, I want us to go to page 14. Let's finish this off today. I hope you guys learned something. I mean, it was quite fast, but I think we covered quite a lot of ground today. Right? You got a lot of clarity. You got a lot of thinking after this to do, after the session to do. Right? We're on page 14. Okay. On the top, it says, I can. I want you to put your hand on your heart and say, I can. I want you to put a nice big signature there. I can. Sign your name off. I can. Tell yourself, I can. Everything you heard today, I can. You can do it. You can. I can. I can and I will and I must. I can, I will, I must. I can, I will, I must. Right? Tell yourself. I told you to say that yesterday. I can, I will, I must. I can, I will, I must. Don't say the word can't. There's no such thing as can't. There's only will or won't. Never say, I can't do it because I ain't got the money. Never say that. If you ain't got the money, what you got to do? If you want something so bad, what you got to do? You don't got the money, what do you do? You find the money. You can't, I can, I will, I must. Don't say I can't because I don't have the money. No, you find the money. Some people say, I can't because I don't have the time for it. Right? No, don't say can't. There's no such thing as can't. There's only will or won't. You make time, right? Make the time. Exactly. I make the time. These are the three biggest objections people that block people from achieving their greatness. I don't have the money. That's why I can't do it. I don't have the time. That's why I can't do it. Or I don't know how. I don't have the knowledge. So I don't know how to do it. No, if you don't know how, what do you do? If you don't know how, what do you do? Find a coach. You learn how. That's why I always say it's never the lack of resources. It's only ever the lack of resourcefulness. If you don't know how, find out how. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? You don't know how, find out how. I didn't know a lot of these things either, but I found out how. I didn't have the money either, but I found the money to make things happen. I didn't have the time either. I was running a restaurant business. I had a franchise, 52 franchisees. I didn't have the time to be a speaker, to learn to be a speaker. No, I didn't have time at all. You make the time, right? So no excuses. No excuses. I said this yesterday. My old coach used to always say, are you reasons or results? Are you going to give a million reasons to why you can't do something, or are you going to be focused on getting the results? You decide, right? It's your life. I can only be here to encourage you, but you guys got to do it. Below the word I can, it says, all you need to make this happen. 5 things. Please write this down. All I need to make this happen. Number 1, act in spite of fear. Number 1, act in spite of fear. By the way, there's a reason why I say fear on the end of that, right? Number 1, act in spite of fear. It means feel the fear and do it anyway. Why did I put fear there? I'll tell you why. Because your road to success, your road to the manifestations you don't have right now requires you to take action outside of your comfort zone. If you continue to do the things you've always done, you will always get the things you've always had. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? When you do things that you've never done before, are you going to fear? Of course you are. There's too many people focused on, Master, how do I get rid of my fear? No, sometimes you don't need to get rid of your fear. Sometimes you just got to face fear. I was sharing this with our Chinese group last week. I said, they said, how do I get rid of fear? I said, you don't get rid of fear. There will always be fear. Every time you want to break through, you're going to feel fear anyway. And if you're trying to get rid of it, you're too busy thinking, how do I get rid of the fear? You're never going to take the step. And what I gave the example of, some of you know, last year I did a skydive. There was a few of us, we did a skydive, right? Do you think the 5 of us got rid of our fear to do the skydive? Absolutely not. Can you imagine if you took this? They say how you do anything, how you do everything. Can you imagine you do the same approach in skydiving? Hey, do you want to go skydiving? I have a fear. Let me go and ask Master Sri Akash, how do I get rid of this fear before I dive? No, you're going to feel the fear. I felt the fear. Everyone felt the fear. We're sat on the edge of the plane. The plane shutter opens. You look down, you're like, fuck. You feel the fear. There's no other way about it. Nothing. It's not like, you don't look down and say, wait there a second, instructor, let me get rid of my fear first. You don't. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you can take that skydive approach in life, I feel the fear, I do it anyway. Because when I take that leap of faith, I know that magic will happen. When I take that leap of faith, I know the magic will happen. So I know some people here are like, yeah, I'm shy. I don't know. Can I do this? I have a few doubts. Do it anyway. You know, I probably need to invest money in myself. I probably need to invest money into ads. I probably need to invest in, I probably need to invest my time. I probably need to invest I'm not sure. Will I be able to make this happen? No. If you're not sure, that is proving to you that it's outside of your comfort zone. And it's proving to you that if you do it, you're going to get some different results that you've never got before in your life. That's it. Don't go asking for a beautiful life and then feel the fear and then not do anything. No, fear is a part of it. It's a part of it, right? So number 1, act in spite of fear. You got to do it anyway. Okay. What's number 2? Number 2, okay. Get yourself a mentor and a coach. You're like, what do you mean get myself a mentor and a coach? What's the difference between a mentor and a coach? That's how Cherie said that hit hard, right? I'm trying. I'm trying my best to make sure every point hits hard, You've got a lot of stuff to cover, right? But what does it mean get a mentor and a coach? Let me tell you, I'll break it down very, very, very quickly. What is a mentor? A mentor is somebody who's got something that you don't have. A mentor is somebody who's walked the path, they've achieved something that you want to achieve. There is a saying that says success leaves clues. Don't try it yourself. Really, there's no point. It's a waste of time. You're like, it's like, imagine a person doesn't know how to drive a car. And, let me try and figure out myself. No, somebody will tell you how to do it safely. Why do you want to try and figure out yourself? Do you understand what I'm saying? Imagine you've never been skydiving before. Somebody said, I'll teach you to skydive. No, I'll figure it out myself. No, you're dead. Let me figure out myself. No, you die. Don't figure it out yourself. Why don't figure out yourself? Do you understand what I'm saying? Why you always try to, yeah, let me try and figure it out myself. How many of you have ever been guilty of that before? Because I know I used to. No, it's okay. I'll figure it out myself. Why figure it out yourself? These days, I never figure out anything myself. Why? And by the way, let me tell you something, right? Usually, men are more that way. Actually, women usually are okay with asking for help, you know? If you've ever been if you've ever been anywhere, you ever, male and female get lost somewhere in a mall, on a street, what usually happens? Woman usually thinks, let me go and ask that person. What does a man say? No, don't need you. Don't need you. We'll figure it out. Right? I used to be the same. Now I laugh at myself because I'm just like, why was I ever that way? Why? In life, look, if you don't know where the supermarket is, ask somebody. Ask somebody who knows. No, let me try and find it myself. And then if you ever go shopping with a guy and then they're like, oh no, let me find I'm gonna find it myself, you know. And sure, you're gonna be there for a long time. The woman usually just asks somebody and they know exactly where the supermarket is. So what am I telling you all to do? I'm telling you all to be like a woman. You gotta be more like a woman. You gotta just ask, just find help. Get someone to handhold you. Why you want to do it yourself? Don't do it yourself. It's a dangerous game. How many cuts and bruises? How many times you fall over? What's the point? I'll tell you everything I've done now, like for the past 12 years, seriously. I'm keep saying 12 years. Why? Because I would really class. I was a little bit, I would class myself as a little bit of a late bloomer when it comes to personal development and spirituality. Like I never really understood it. I really didn't. Like, you know, even when I owned businesses and things like that, but I was very stubborn. I get angry very easily. I get upset easily, and I get offended easily. I had a lot of self-pride issues and loads of different issues. You know, they say every master was once a disaster. I feel like there's so many things I didn't know. Personal development. What do you mean? Mindset? No, I had a lot of doubts. I had a lot of fears. I had a lot of insecurities. Right. I've been through that journey and it's only been the last 12 years. 12 years has completely changed my life because now I just ask. And it's fast. When you ask, it's fast. You know, you need to ask the right people though. You gotta ask the right people. Don't ask your mom, don't ask your dad. I mean, unless they really know. Usually they yes, they care, but they don't know. Yeah. I did that trouble before. Mom, I'm thinking of starting a tire and steel recycling business. What you think? Be careful. You might lose all your money. You know, it took me like 6 months before I realized, why did I ask mom? It's like mom hasn't even ever done a business before, you know? And her opinion scared the hell out of me, you know? I was like, oh my God, what if I get scammed? What if I lose my money? A lot of the time we take opinions from people who maybe care about us or maybe close to us, but they've never been there before. Stop doing that. Take good advice. Your mentor is somebody who's achieved the thing you want to achieve. I always share the story about my Instagram coach. My Instagram coach was a 15-year-old. I once brought the 15-year-old on stage and everyone was laughing. Thought I was joking, you know? I said, I'm going to bring on my Instagram coach, and everyone started laughing. I said, why are you guys laughing? You're looking at his age. Dude, let him show you. I said, let him show you. He'll show you. He opens up 15 accounts, all with over hundreds of thousands of following. He was 15 years old. He used to flip Instagram handles for a living. Like he used to make like tens of thousands of pounds every single month. And you know, when he showed everyone, everyone just silence. Why? Because usually when we see, oh, when we're people who are older, people who they have like more experience in something, I should ask them, experience them. Like, oh yeah, some people 20 years experience trading Forex. I've met one of those before. 20 years experience trading Forex. They trade Forex part-time. They work a job on the side. I'm like, dude, why are you still working a job? I mean, everyone's like, he knows everything about it, all the terminology. Yeah, but they're not making enough money. Why are you getting advice from them? Because he's traded for 20 plus years. Who cares how many years? I know people have businesses for the past 40 years and still don't have money. Do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't mean anything. Our society is very, I want to say the F word. Our society is very messed up. It's very messed up. People go to business school to learn from a lecturer who's never had a business before. I'm just like, it doesn't make sense to me. And it's not like they get it for free. They pay 50,000, 100,000 to get that degree to learn business from somebody who's never done business before. I had a student just a few classes ago said, yeah, I said, yeah, what did you study? I studied business administration. I said, has your business went into administration yet? Sorry, dad joke. You're learning from someone who never had a business before. People go, yeah, this person's a financial advisor. Yeah, that's their job, dude. Are financial advisors the richest people in the world? No. Yeah, but they're certified. But who cares if they're certified? If they really knew what they're doing, they will be the richest people in the world. Financial advisors, they just advise other people. I wonder why they don't take their own advice. Do you ever wonder like how messed up this world is? Like we pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for a degree and learn some stuff and hopefully get a job, and most people can't get a job and end up. I'm not saying Starbucks is bad. I mean, everyone likes a Starbucks, right? But but then you end up working in Starbucks. I mean, no offense if you love working in Starbucks, that's great. And you probably get a free coffee every day. That's great. Get yourself a mentor who's actually got the results before you. That's simple, easy. Find yourself a mentor. How do you get yourself a mentor? Pay for a mentor. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to invest. You're not spending. If you pay for a mentor, are you spending or are you investing? You're investing in yourself. By the way, you will never lose this. What I've paid for my coaches and my mentors in the past, I will never, it will stick with me for the rest of my life. It's not like my brain will just like delete everything. No, I paid once 12 years ago. It sticks with me. It's an investment. A coach, what's the difference between a coach? Coaches don't need to have the results that you want. That's interesting. Coaches don't need to be ahead of you in the game. That's interesting. That's why you need to understand if you want shortcut, find yourself a mentor, find yourself a coach. I have my mentors. They give me advice. They're not there for me every single day, by the way. My mentors are not there for me every single day. They're not. They're not going to wake me up in the morning and push me. No, the coach does that. If you look at the greatest tennis player in the world, is the greatest tennis player's coach better than them? No, no. They're better than their coach. So how are they coaching? Because the coach, what does the coach do? The coach speaks the truth. The coach motivates them. The coach pushes them. The coach disciplines them. The coach makes sure they get to practice every single day. The coach makes sure they get up and do their work. The coach holds them accountable. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? And the coach is good at that. And the coach, what I see as a coach is somebody who speaks the truth and doesn't care about your opinions or your feelings. Could you imagine a coach who cared about the people's opinions and feelings? Hard. Wake up for tennis practice tomorrow morning. I'm not feeling it today. Oh, okay then. Then maybe tomorrow. You're not going to make a good coach. A good coach should piss you off. A good coach annoys you. A good coach is like, yeah, it's raining. A good coach is like, just get your ass out of bed now. That's a good coach. A good coach annoys you. A good coach frustrates you. A good coach calls you out on your shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's a good coach because a good coach speaks the truth. So actually, it's not easy being a good coach because you're not always everybody's favorite. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the only people who really understand, oh, they really get it, then they appreciate you as a coach because coaches usually push people's buttons, right? They speak the truth. They speak out your blind spots. They tell you what's wrong, right? What's going wrong. Find yourself a mentor, find yourself a coach. Act in spite of fear. Do it anyway. No excuses. Mentor and coach. What's number three? Number three, get yourself a tribe. Look, if you're here at Lightworkers Path to Prosperity and you want to be a coach, you want to be a speaker, you want to be an influencer, right? And if your current environment, I don't know who you usually spend most time with, right? Your friendship groups, your circles, your family, whatever, your friends, your network. I don't know who they are, but if they are not successful at doing what you want to embark upon right now, it's very hard for you to become successful doing it. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's very hard. It's very hard. I'll tell you why, because our results, our reality is the result of nature and nurture. Nature is how you naturally are. I'm naturally outgoing. I'm naturally positive. I'm naturally disciplined and motivated. Great. What's the second component? Nurture. Your surrounding. If your surrounding is all lazy, even if you feel like, no, my nature is hardworking, hey, you're going to be somewhat affected. How many of you know what I'm talking about when I say that? You will be. You will be. That's why some people, they say to me, they say, Master, I have a very negative environment. How do I block their energies? I'm like, dude, get out of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, I have to be honest with you. I mean, you're saying everyone's really negative to me every day. How do I block their energies? Dude, if I was in your environment, I would be affected too. So I don't know how to answer your question. How do you block? Yeah, okay, well, yeah, make a shield. Yeah, like, I don't know. And everybody wants this energy shield, right? Yes, we can do energy shields, but let me tell you something. You're better with actually a physical shield. If you can lock the door and lock them outside, it's better. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's going to be better than any energy shields because it's physical. It's done. That's why they always say your network is your what? Net worth. Your network is your net worth. They say if you take the closest five people around you that you spend most time with and you take the average salary, it's usually very similar to yours. It's not by accident because that's nurture. Your tribe. Your tribe is your vibe. Energetically, they affect you. So before you want to manifest being a coach, you better manifest yourself a light worker tribe. Do you understand what I'm saying? You better manifest yourself like a speaker's tribe, like-minded people. Hey, we're all going for the same goal. Let's go for it. You better find yourself a power tribe because otherwise, it's very hard to get. That was the problem. That's why I had to leave home and leave far, far away. It's not like I don't love my mom, but it's just wasn't really helping me being the person I wanted to be. And by the way, I want to add one point to it. By the way, right? Chaos to order. There are no storms that last forever. Pain is temporary. What does that mean? Because some people say, yeah, but it's not easy. I love my mom or I love my dad or I love my family and it's not easy. I need to look. I get it. I get your emotions. But love starts from self-love. That's why I identified very early on in my career. And I understood my mom and my dad want me to do what they think is best. Not because they don't love me, because that's all they know. They do love me, they care for me, but they can only advise based on their knowledge. If I learn some new knowledge and I want to embark on my new path, will they 100% be supportive? Of course not. If they don't understand what I'm doing, they will be worried. And that's exactly what they were. My mom and dad would say to me, you're making good money in a restaurant. Why don't you just stick to what you know? How many of you have ever been told that before? Stick to what you know. What happens if you stick to what you know? You will always get what you've always had. Nothing will change in life. So I knew that. So it wasn't easy. but I knew I had to do it for me because love starts from self-love. I need to love myself enough to honor myself and honor my path and honor my career first. And guess what? So I left home. I left the city, even left the country. And I went on to this path of learning to become a speaker because I knew they weren't supportive of it because they didn't know what I was doing. They thought, how are you going to ever make money doing that? And guess who they are right now? Proudest parents in the world. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Pain is temporary, chaos to order, right? When there's a change happening, there's always a bit of chaos at first. But we've got to have that courage to honor ourselves. When we honor ourselves, guess what? We'd be true to ourselves. We'd be happy. We become successful. Guess what? Successful make the noise. Everyone else will be happy around you then. So tribe, you've got to have that. If you want to make this happen, you've got to have a very strong tribe. You've got to have a tribe that is aligned with what you are doing. Number four, what you got to have. Okay, final two things. Number four, you got to be willing to commit. You got to be willing to commit. And when I say willing to commit, by the way, what I'm referring to is going all in. A commit, not saying get your toe wet. Some people commit that way. Some people commit like that in relationships, no? Let me just, let's see how it goes, Don't be too serious about it. See how it goes. If you commit a little bit and they leave you, yeah, you see, good job I didn't commit my all. No, if you commit your all, you get a different response. Same thing in business. I've seen some people like that before. Let me invest a little bit and see how it goes first. No, 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 no. You invest a little bit. You invest peanuts, what do you get? Monkeys. What do you, what do you get? You're not going to get the result that you're not going to get ultimate abundance from investing peanuts. By the way, I know you guys know what I'm talking about because you guys speak it. You speak about giving and receiving. You speak about you speak about sowing the seeds, sowing and reaping. But maybe it's time to really think about, do you do it that way? When you sow seeds, how many seeds do you sow? Let me just sow one first and see how it works. Right? Who's investing peanuts? Why are you saying that? Oh dear me. Would you put the VIP link, please? Yeah, I think the team can help you. They give you a link. Danny said you're speaking to me right now. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that. Thank you for being honest and vulnerable. The way you invest, the way you commit, I want you to write in brackets next to it, go all in. Whatever you do, you got to go all in. When I decided I'm going to be a speaker, I'm going to be a coach, when I decide I'm going to do YouTube, I go all in. I'm not saying, hey, let me try one video first, see if it works. No, the one video never worked. Do you know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, go all in. See the risk. But you can't go all in. By the way, I want you to write this down. Those of you who are into law of attraction manifestation, go all in with doubt is a different response. Don't go all in with doubt. Oh, I just put all my money down. Shit, 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 shit. What if it goes wrong? No, no, no. That doesn't equate to a good result. Go all in plus trust. Force yourself to trust. It's not easy. It really is not easy. Your mind tries to take you out of the game every moment. Be careful, be careful, be careful. What if it goes wrong? That little voice in your head tries to take you out of the game all the time. But when you go all in, you just force yourself to trust. I do it all the time. I do it even now. I do it. The big investments I'm making in technology right now is the biggest investments I've ever made in my life. Right? It has to work. But when I go all in, I say, I'm not going to put a little bit in and test it. No, I'm go all in. When I go all in, I trust, I trust, I trust, I trust, I trust, I trust, I trust. But what if it go trust, 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 trust? But what if it trust? You know, sometimes people think that, they're like, Master, I would love your mind. I think that it'd be nice to have your mind. Actually, my little voice works exactly the same as yours. Really, it challenges me at every stage. It doubts me at everything I do, and it gives me fear and doubts, and everything I do. It's the same, actually. It's the same. And by the way, the battle is the same. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like daily battle, daily, daily. And it starts from the moment I wake up in the morning. I hope you guys do realize that. The reason why I'm more flexible than you, or maybe stronger than you, or more athletic than you, or more, I don't know, whatever I am than you, right? I go through the same battle every single, from the moment I wake up in the morning. I wake up, okay, I need to exercise, go to the gym, just sleep a little bit longer. No, it's time to get up. No, but 5 minutes is fine. I have the same battle. No, but you worked out yesterday. No, but you promised yourself that you're going to work out every day. How many of you know what battle I'm talking about? It's the same. It's the same. And it happens so seriously. It's a serious issue. Because I'm very aware of it now. I hear the battle in my head every single day. Just before we had satsang. How many of you were part of the satsang? Just before we had satsang. Full moon satsang. I was at home doing something I love. I was editing something. I love editing. I'm a creative type of person, because I'm in the middle of my editing. I need to go to satsang. No, keep editing. No, but people are waiting for you. It's okay. Just let Angela speak instead. No, but they're waiting for you. No, it's like, it's the same, it's the same. Don't eat too much sugar, bad for you. I see the cookie on the table. My mind's not different to yours, by the way. My decision's different to yours. My mind is not different to yours. My decision is different to yours. I hope you realize that I see the cookie. You see? I see the it's talking to me. Damn it, stop talking to me, cookie. It's the same. My mind is not different to yours. My negative mind is not different to yours. My doubts, my fears is not different to yours. The decision is different to yours. I decide which voice I want to listen to. Do I decide to listen to the voice that empowers me to become greater? Or do I listen to the voice that disempowers me to become greater? Right? If you're willing to commit, you go all in. When you go all in, you're going to feel what? Again, force yourself to trust. It'll go fear, no trust, fear, no trust, fear, no trust, fear, no trust. Just jump, go, do it. I do that every day, like every day, that conversation every day in my head. That's what allows me to do what I do. That's what allows me to achieve what I achieve. And hopefully that you guys get something out of that. Number 5. What's the final thing? Discipline and persistency. There is a saying that says persistency allows you to get it. Consistency allows you to keep it. Persistency allows you to get something. Consistency allows you to keep it. You got to be persistent. If you want, how many of you are here for this 5-day challenge? Yesterday, I tried to brainwash you to believe in yourself, that you could potentially be a light worker of the world and change lives at the same time, become financially free at the same time. How nice. You can be a full-time superhero. But now my question is, how many of you are willing to be persistent to make sure that happens? Because everything happens for a divine reason. You probably didn't appear here just so that you can look at me and not do anything with the information. You probably came here because this was a sign from the universe that this is your path, although you didn't even know 3 days ago. But everything you hear, because everything that shows up for you is for you, everything is divinely aligned. How many of you, my middle name is relentless, powerful, persistent. I'm going to get it no matter what. That's persistency. I'm going to make it happen. I'm the make it happen person. Type it inside the chat, write it inside your notes. I'm the make it happen person. Yeah, I'm the make it happen person. Right? And then what's the next thing? That's persistence. Now discipline. Discipline gives you consistency. Motivation is not long lasting. If anybody ever searches for motivation, stop it, please. Stop searching for motivation. I'm hardly ever motivated when I wake up. I'm hardly ever motivated to go to the gym. I'm hardly ever motivated to make another video because I've made 2,500 videos already. I'm hardly ever motivated. Right? Those of you who are always motivated, amazing. It's a blessing. This is God's gift. God did not gift me that. Right? God also didn't gift me discipline. I was extremely not disciplined, but I trained myself to become disciplined. That is the attribute that got me my success. I trained myself to become disciplined. Right? So you got to ask yourself the question, are you the make it happen person? Say, I'm the make it happen person. I'm the make it happen person. I'm the make it happen person. Today, we covered product, service, package, positioning, pricing. There's a lot. Motivation, mindset, success secrets. We ran over by an hour. I hope you guys got some value out of it. Hope you guys are excited for day 3. Tomorrow's an important day, extremely important day. Why? Tomorrow, I'm sharing with you the roadmap, like the roadmap to actually turn everything you've learned the last couple of days into money, into a living, into a full-time superhero. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about visibility. It's a very important part. If you miss out tomorrow's part, it's very hard to achieve, right? So tomorrow, I've got a whole thing talking about those of you who have the journals will be able to see the whole client attraction blueprint, how you can get clients coming to you and paying you. So tomorrow's quite technical. I'm very excited for it. You're going to learn a lot. Hopefully, you guys will go inside the Facebook group and share your aha moments, because I look forward to seeing it, what you guys are getting from it, and getting to know you guys a little bit better. But you never know. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see who are the right people who may join us on this journey, and maybe in future we can do some collaborations or maybe even do some partnerships and change the world together. Because tomorrow's day 3. We're nearly halfway there already. Hope you guys enjoyed today. I had a lot of fun. And hope you enjoyed my jokes. I tried my best. And yeah. I'm done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a blessed evening. Have a blessed day. Namaste. Namo Himalaya. Thank you. See you guys tomorrow. Make sure to be nice and early. Bye, bye, bye.